Pointing out that some of these fans have been here quite a long time now, several hours, very patiently waiting for the arrival of Neymar on the pitch. It'll be the highlight of the whole afternoon for them. Afterwards there will be a press conference in front of time now, several hours, very patiently waiting for the arrival of Neymar on the pitch. It'll be the highlight of the whole afternoon for them. Afterwards there will be a press conference in front of the media, but for the fans this is what they've come to see. It's signed their benvingut, welcome, and there's no doubt that they're going to give him a great reception.
Felicitar el jugador per triar un projecte esportiu i no triar un projecte econòmic, perquè segurament, com t'he dit, hi ha molts altres clubs que li oferien moltíssim més que li podien.
There are a lot of clubs who offered Neymar more money than we did, so he wants to come here.
Són els que realment s'han fet grans i bons en aquests anys. Veurem quina és la seva adaptació a Europa. El que passa que tots hi tenim molta...
He'll have to adapt to European football.
Que li anirà bé i per això estem, per ajudar-lo, perquè ens faci...
But we'll be here to help him.
Sí, es un grandísimo jugador, obviamente.
Obviously he's a great player.
El hecho de que haya fichado para el
The fact that
Barcelona
he's signed for Barca
que aún nos haga más fuerte para la próxima temporada y bueno, ojalá
means that we're going to be stronger next season.
pueda tener una grandísima carrera acá. Creo que
And he can have a great career here. He's got everything to triumph here. I think he's made a very important decision in his life, and he's made a good decision, I think. He's coming to a great team, a great club.
Un club donde le hace mejorar como persona,
He's come to a club where he can improve get better as a person, as a player, as a professional, because of the human qualities that he's got, the way the club will look after him, the way the club look after all the players. And when he comes here, I'm sure that he'll see it's a perfect club for him. It's great news for us at last, because there's been a lot of talk about it, and now that the agreement's been reached, it's great. He's a footballer who's coming into his best years.
Hasta el mundial y seguramente este año vas a crecer mucho,
and he's going to get better. He's going to grow up to next season's World Cup for Barca and for Brazil. And when he gets better, it's going to be great for everybody, for him, for Barca, and for us as well. Happy for him. And that's Adriano, one of Neymar's fellow Brazilians at Football Club Barcelona. Looking forward to playing with Neymar next season. Okay, Xavi pointing out that it's going to be very soon that Neymar will be running out along that blue carpet.
Alguns dels amics de Neymar, aquest de Barcelona, que de fet ja estaven a la gespa.
Potser s'han precipitat, no, amb l'11?
Sí, bastant.
Right, these are some of Neymar's friends, and it's Sandra suggesting that maybe they were a little ahead of themselves in deciding that he's going to be wearing the number 11 shirt next season. We're not sure about that, so it remains to be seen.
Que és de fet, aquests són els amics que, com comentàveu, han vingut a veure Neymar. Jo suposo que deu ser, intentarem preguntar-li si podem, però alguna paraula que deuen tenir amb ell, o potser com a...
Edgar hoping to get a few words with those lads we just saw, friends of Neymar.
Han viatjat amb ell, l'han acompanyat durant tota l'estona, tant als hospitals com a les revisions.
And they've been with him throughout the day. They've travelled with him overnight from Brazil.
Més còmode i que estigués com a casa en el seu primer dia lluny del seu país.
And having them here makes the day a little more comfortable for Neymar, surrounded by family, surrounded by friends.
Vaig a preguntar al nostre amic
and what is a long day, a difficult day, a tiring day after last night's game. Played the full 90 minutes, of course, against England last night, 2-2 draw. Travelled overnight, and he's hardly stopped today, and the highlight certainly for these fans and for him as well will be when he gets out on the pitch. After that there'll be a press conference, and then, well, I think that'll be pretty much the day closed for Neymar. Very soon he'll be returning to Brazil to help Brazil prepare for the Confederations Cup.
les van repartint durant tota la zona de tribuna del Camp Nou i veig que es van atansant també al...
Sandra trying to work out how many fans we've got here today. It's a big crowd, certainly.
Onegen les banderes, aquests jovenets que ara sonen la gespa, sona aquesta cançó tan mítica ja de les prèvies i de les...
Okay, we're hearing the Barca anthem, or a version of it, the one that we hear when the team take the pitch at Camp Nou for the matches, and maybe that suggests that it's not very long until we'll see Neymar running out along that blue carpet, getting on that platform. It says Benvingut, it says welcome.
I aleshores, de quanta gent estaríem parlant?
Doncs què? Si té uns 55, no per així, no arribarà, no sé.
No arribarà a Ibra?
No ho sé, no sé, la veritat és que no ho sé.
Xavi and Sandra speculating on whether the number of fans here will reach the 60,000 that were in the stadium back in July 2009 for the presentation of Zlatan Ibrahimovic. That was a record for this kind of event at Football Club Barcelona. There are certainly a lot of people here waiting patiently, some of them in the sun, as we can see.
De sentir-ho, em sembla que parlava de quanta gent hi hauria, jo diria entre 50 i 60 com a mínim, no? Com a mínim 50, perquè la veritat és que la tribuna ja sabem que està totalment plena i els gols i el lateral, sobretot...
Yeah, Mark trying to work out still how many people are at Camp Nou today. It's a lot.
Com a mínim segur que els fem, que seria ja la segona, perquè recordem que Ibrahimovic són 60.000 els espectadors que es va comptar aquell dia, veurem. Ens haurem de posar entre tots una mica d'acord perquè avui no crec que hi hagi recompte oficial perquè els torns no funcionaven. Que normalment és...
Mark pointing out that the 60,000 figure and all the figures for these kinds of events are difficult to be very accurate about because the turnstiles don't register how many people actually come in because the gates are simply open. It's a free event. And so it's an estimation. But the estimate is that it was probably not far off the 60,000 that saw Zlatan Ibrahimovic 4 years ago.
Que han estat amics seus al final, no només treballadors del Santos, sinó han estat amics de Neymar en aquests últims 4 anys que s'hi ha passat el...
And here we see Neymar taking his leave from Santos.
Força especials perquè, evidentment, va arribar de molt jovenet al Santos.
He arrived at Santos, Sandra points out, as a very young boy. 2003. He started playing as a junior player at Santos, made his first team debut in 2009. And he's had great success with the club, made many friends. There's no doubt that he's going to be very pleased to be arriving at Barcelona, but at the same time, it's a wrench. After such a long time at a club, it's a wrench to be leaving there. So it's a bittersweet experience, but it's the kind of experience that football players of this quality, well, this is what they go through.
I evidentment va jugar el seu últim partit com a jugador del Santos, emocionat, segurament no va ser el seu millor dia, però tenia moltes emocions dins.
Very emotional day, Sandra pointing out his final game for Barca. Had very mixed feelings.
Molt content per començar aquesta nova aventura.
Very happy to begin this new adventure at Barca, but a little sad to be leaving so many friends at Santos.
I que va ser el preludi d'aquell últim enfrontament de Neymar amb el Santos. Imatge en directe de l'estadi.
So, yep, Xavi pointing out we're live, we're direct at Camp Nou, all waiting for Neymar. And there we see Neymar just a little earlier with Barca President Sandro Rosell outside the club offices, having signed a contract that will keep him at the club for the next 5 years at least. 21-year-old Neymar. Visit Maria Bartomeu as well out there, another Barca director, and Andoni Zubizarreta, the director of football at Football Club Barcelona.
posar-se davant per fer la fotografia, sinó també vestint amb algun tipus d'equipació del Barça. Ara el que veurem és com vestirà amb la samarreta.
Okay, we see Neymar there, yet club badge, so he's got some of the Barca clothing on, but in a very few minutes we'll see him in the Barca kit, in the kind of kit that we'll be seeing him play in next season.
Ens han confirmat que inventa, és a dir, no existeix, inventa Neymar. I el seu grup d'amics es deien Nois, que vol dir nosotros en brasiler, era com nosaltres en català, i de Nois ha passat a Toys, per donar-li un punt més lúdic o més personal a la paraula. Bàsicament és això, és el que ens pot explicar, però és una paraula...
And Edgar explaining about how that group of young men that we saw earlier, those lads, friends of Neymar, they're a fan club and feel very close to Neymar. They've travelled over from Brazil last night with the player, delighted to be here, and Neymar delighted to have people that he feels comfortable with alongside him on this very special day for him, beginning of a new stage in his football career.
No sé si a la roda de premsa també assistiran per seguir de prop el que digui Neymar i tornaran amb ell cap al Brasil, ja per la concentració amb la Canarinya.
Adverteix Tallada.
There they are. And a fantastic day for them.
Aquest nom al darrere de la samarreta del Barça que porten o que avui llueixen.
I hem vist ben a propet dels Toys la Laura Aparicio, que tindrà un protagonisme en aquesta presentació, serà una privilegiada perquè...
Our colleague Laura Aparicio, there she is. She's going to be taking part in this presentation. There she is, ready with microphone in hand.
Per dur a terme aquesta presentació, estupenda com sempre.
Aquí la tenim, a Laura Aparicio, a punt ja per formar part.
Laura having a quick look at her watch, and very soon she'll be presenting Neymar to the Camp Nou crowd.
Això no trigarà massa, que al moment de veure Neymar no caldrà esperar-lo massa més i ara fins i tot sentirem com el públic coreja el seu nom.
And Pep, the man who gets the crowd going, rehearsing them in shouting out Neymar's name. Not a difficult thing to do, and I'm sure they can do it without any help from anyone. I'm delighted to do so.
Força gent jove avui a les graderies del Camp Nou, ja ho veieu.
A lot of people in the stands at Camp Nou, a lot of youngsters here. A very special day for them.
Un jugador del seguiment que té i de les
They
característiques
can
que té Neymar.
say in the future that they were there the day that Neymar first stepped out on the Camp Nou pitch. The first time that anybody saw him in a Barca shirts, they were there at Camp Nou.
Veiem la zona VIP de baix, com hem vist abans, amb jugadors d'altres seccions, com en el cas de Marcelinho Huertas. També veiem a la llotja del Camp Nou també ben plena d'autoritats. Suposo que alguns familiars...
We've seen that players from some of the other Barca sports teams, Marcelino Huertas among them, the Barcelona's Brazilian basketball player, they're there to see this event. And the director's box, Barca presidents, the Barca directors, other dignitaries, all there waiting for the latest of Barca's Brazilian stars to come out on the Camp Nou pitch. Here we see some others, Romario, Ronaldo, Rivaldo.
Però sí que té molt gol com tenia el mateix Rivaldo i sobretot la màgia que puguin arribar a tenir doncs el que tenien Ronaldinho.
Here we see Romario again, absolutely fantastic goal scorer. Mark pointing out that Neymar will have things in common with these players. Perhaps we can talk in terms of a Brazilian kind of player. Absolutely fantastic goal. We didn't quite see there from Ronaldo. Okay, at last we're on the brink of seeing Neymar out on the Camp Nou pitch.
Aquí està a punt de començar, hem vist part de la seva família i Neymar aquí al final de l'escala.
And we'll see him coming down the tunnel very, very soon.
Són els moments previs d'aquesta presentació, aquest moment que esperàvem i de fet el tenim baixant, suposo que nerviós, de fet suposo que un flam aquestes escales del túnel de vestidors que el duran cap a la gespa del Camp Nou.
Doncs al final hem ajustat bastant l'horari,
In the future, he'll walk down these steps many times, ready to go out on the pitch and show us what he can do as a football player. But this is for the first time, it's not for a game of football, it's to allow the Barca fans to see him in a Barca shirt, in a Barca kit, for the very first time.
Allà el tenim amb la samarreta que lluirà.
There we can see him, a few photos for the assembled photographers.
Ara rep la pilota la seva, o la que serà, la seva companya durant bona part d'aquesta presentació. Algun malabar abans de
Just composing himself.
I els millors hem de suposar.
He's played in big stadiums, he's played in lots of important games in front of many fans, but never before has he been out on the Camp Nou pitch in front of the Camp Nou fans, and here he comes.
Ovació tancada, per tant, per Neymar, ha sonat l'himne, ara l'ovacionen.
So that's Neymar, the first time out on the Camp Nou pitch, showing what he can do with the football. He's a real player, and we'll see that in competitive football next season.
Sense caure-hi la pilota, sense ni un sol problema, està més acostumat
And he was juggling the ball throughout the entire rendition of the Barca hymn. Somebody very lucky to receive that ball, and another one into the crowd. Okay, now he's going to go over to speak to Laura Aparicio, I beg your pardon. Welcome, Neymar. And we're going to hear the first words from Neymar as a Barca player, and welcome to everybody. Welcome, Neymar. Neymar, how do you feel after this reception? How do you feel?
Bona tarda a tothom.
Good evening, everyone.
Estic molt feliç per ser jugador del Barça.
I'm very happy to be a Barca player.
El meu somni.
It's a dream. And Neymar is learning Catalan. A little.
¿Qué te parece el Camp Nou?
What do you think of Camp Nou? What do you think of the stadium? Do you like it?
Molt emocionante.
Very exciting.
Molt feliz.
I'm very happy.
Muchas gracias.
Thank you very much.
Neymar, ¿cómo ves tu futuro? ¿Qué crees que puedes
How do you
aportar
see your
al
future?
equipo?
What do you think you can bring to the team?
Em português.
In Portuguese.
Eu quero ajudar. Estou realizando um sonho de estar mais que clube, que é o Barcelona.
I want to bring everything I can to
Não só
more than a club as Barca is.
ao Messi a continuar sendo o melhor do mundo.
And I want to help Barca to continue to be the best club in the world.
Ho explicaré perquè m'entengueu, que vol ajudar l'equip, que està realitzant un somni.
Laura explaining to the Camp Nou crowd what
I per
Neymar
ajudar Leo
said.
Messi a que sigui
And
encara molts més anys el millor del món.
he says that he wants to help Barca and Leo Messi to be the best in the world for many more years to come.
Neymar, Junior, disfruta de este momento. ¿Quieres decirle
Enjoy
algo más
this
a
moment
todos los aficionados?
in front of all your fans. Anything else to say?
Estic molt feliz.
I'm very happy.
Emocionante
It's very emotional.
por ser jogador del Barça
It's so exciting to be a Barca player,
e haver realizado esse sonho.
and it's a dream.
Muitas graças.
Thank you very much.
Que Deus nos bendiga. Visca al Barça.
Gràcies, Neymar. Obrigada. Molta sort, molta sort.
Thank you very much, and the very best of luck.
Déu-n'hi-do. Neymar en aquesta primera presa de contacte
Okay.
amb el que és el públic del Futbol Club
The
Barcelona.
first time we've seen Neymar in front of the Camp Nou crowd.
I que ve aquí a sumar, a fer més
Yep,
gran encara a
he's
Leo
told
Messi.
us that it's a dream come true,
El crac brasiler.
and he's looking forward to helping Leo Messi continue to be the best player in the world.
Doncs començarà Neymar, aquesta volta d'honor començarà a saludar a tot el públic abans, però s'haurà de treure a sobre tots aquests nens que lògicament...
Okay, well, these young boys are very, very keen to get close to Neymar, the new Barca player.
El moment no passa cada dia i és normal que el nano també fa la seva escola doncs vulguin abraçar
All these boys are from the
del Barça,
Football Club Barcelona football school, one of them nearby.
i ell fa la seva feina amb totes aquestes pilotes que estan deixant els tècnics de la seva escola, doncs ell les anirà llançant al
And
públic del
Neymar
Camp Nou.
is going to make his way around the pitch, and as he does so, there are strategically placed footballs, as we can see, placed for him so that he can kick them into the crowd.
Però realment, després de tot el que ha passat, ahir la nit va jugar ell un partit. Pràcticament no haurà dormit, per molt còmode que fos l'avió.
We're hearing Mark Guillem now, and Mark pointing out that Neymar hardly slept last night. He played against England in the Maracanã Stadium, 2-2 draw, played the full 90 minutes, travelled all night. As soon as he got here, he had a blood test, he wasn't able to eat till after that. And the highlights of the afternoon for these fans, the fact that Neymar was out on the pitch, he spoke to the Camp Nou crowd, he spoke in Catalan and in Portuguese.
Em sembla que comença de la millor manera possible, sap on ve, sap qui és el líder d'aquest equip, ho ha estat en els últims anys, ho ha de
Sandra pointing out that
tots dos junts poden fer
presentation can only be described as a success. His words were that he wanted Leo Messi to continue being the best player in the world. We did in fact hear a Brazilian journalist earlier wondering how Neymar would settle in, perhaps in terms of playing not second fiddle to Messi, but not being the main player in the team. And in his time at Santos, he was the team around which the team functioned. But Neymar made it very clear that his job was to help Leo Messi continue being the best player in the world.
Permeteu-me que ho digui, però la Laura ha estat estel·lar, vaja, com si ho hagués fet tota la vida.
Fantastic job by our colleague Laura.
No ha perdut el somriure i ho ha fet de conya. Molt bé, molt bé.
I em sembla, pel que em diu el Xus, que té companyia Neymar, que hi ha un dels jugadors, ara a la gespa, que també ha volgut treure el nas, i que és Adrià.
Everybody getting a good look at Neymar. In front of the goal there, not putting the ball in the back of the net. Not on this occasion, but next year, almost certainly, we're going to see him put the ball in the back of the net at both ends of this Camp Nou stadium.
Doncs ja han marxat amb les seves respectives seleccions i ell ha aprofitat que Neymar és avui aquí a Barcelona per no perdre's in situ.
Full circuit of the pitch. Everybody's seen him up close. Everybody's been able to take photos of him, and he comes back to the young lads from the Barca football schools, and they're absolutely loving it. And one of them's given him a Barca flag. In fact, two of them. The Barca photographer will love this, and that's a great picture, and no doubt we'll be seeing that on some of the front pages, certainly the sports press here in Catalonia, throughout Spain tomorrow.
Neymar, que es fa les últimes fotografies pels mitjans gràfics, per les càmeres de televisió, per Barça TV, que està fent aquesta emissió en directe, i d'aquí unes tonetes canviarà.
Yeah, we're here live and direct on Barca TV. It's a live streaming on the Football Club Barcelona webpage. There was a slight delay, but the fans weren't concerned about that because they were so delighted to see this young man out on the pitch. He must be delighted, Neymar, with the reception that he's received. So many people turning out this evening at Camp Nou.
Evidentment, el Raúl, després de tants dies, s'ha fet amic de tothom, segur.
Allà hi coneix tothom, segur. Portava uns quants dies al Brasil intentant tancar aquesta operació, intentant posar el punt i final.
I aquesta imatge envoltat de nanos és fantàstica,
Yeah, that looks great.
Tots els nanos abraçat a ells, ara ja Marc.
Edgar, digues.
La majoria dels seus amics amb llàgrimes, emocionats, i també la seva companya, que l'ha acompanyat també en aquesta nova aventura a Barcelona, plorant d'emoció veient
Edgar Fornos pointing out that some of the friends and family of Neymar, well, they were really moved by the kind of reception that the player received, and some of them were moved to tears. Last few moments of Neymar out on the Camp Nou pitch for this time. One more ball into the Camp Nou crowd. And Neymar makes his way off the pitch, down the tunnel. And the next time that we see him out on the Camp Nou pitch, well, it's likely to be before the first game he plays for the club in front of the home fans.
Aproximadament, repetim també, com que anem amb un...
Okay, there will be a